before I introduce Scott, which I have to tell you is one of the best parts of my job, is working with Scott and getting to introduce him at events, I want to talk a little bit about education. I suspect you saw that last week our campaign released a plan. Now, Governor Wolf, the self-styled, self-proclaimed education governor, he's not, but he calls himself the education governor, has no education plan. Interesting, it's a good marketing thing, I guess, to call yourself the education governor, but he has no education plan. The Wagner campaign released a very detailed plan last week, and in a nutshell, when Scott is governor, we will put $1 billion of additional funding into our classrooms for our students and for our teachers, and we will do it all without raising taxes on Pennsylvanians. Now, Governor Wolf has had 3.5 years to do something about education, and as everyone in this room probably knows, the governor did not sign the first 3 budgets of his administration. He can't take credit for a single dollar that went into increased education spending in those 3 years because he didn't even sign the budget. I guess he was too busy, or he was driving around in a Jeep, or whatever he was doing, but he didn't have time to sign the budget, or he didn't sign the budget. He can't take credit for that. Scott and his colleagues in the legislature, his Republican colleagues in the legislature, ensured that whatever dollars went into education over the last 4 years were done by them. The governor did sign this last budget, but Scott has done more. And now, at the end of June, because we're really threatening the governor in his home territories, the places he needs votes, the governor did a press conference in Philadelphia. And at that time, at the end of June, said that he's for putting all state funding for education through a 2016 formula, which would have the effect of immediately redistributing, they love that word, redistributing $1.2 billion from mostly rural school districts, but also Allegheny County and the city of Pittsburgh, but mostly rural school districts. 70% of Pennsylvania districts would see a cut, $1.2 billion. The governor is either for cutting $1.2 billion from mostly rural school districts and hurting the children of rural Pennsylvania, or he is for raising taxes in a monumental and massive way to the tune of close to $4 billion, it's estimated. He would have to increase taxes $4 billion to fully fund education the way he talks about it through the 2016 formula. So you pick your pick. If you're the governor, you're either cutting $1.2 billion for rural Pennsylvania school districts, or you're increasing taxes on all Pennsylvanians by $4 billion. Now,